Hello, 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 everyone. How are you? Thanks for joining me today. Happy Mother's Day. Hi, Jen. So we're just going to wait for a few seconds. I see a ton of people jumping on right now. And wanted to feature our beautiful, beautiful blues card kit. This was just introduced May 6th. I absolutely love this card kit. And I have to tell you, it took me 15 minutes to make all these 3 cards. The kit comes with the ability to make all 3 cards, right? Look how pretty this is. It comes with this beautiful framed filigree background. All these accent pieces. Gorgeous cards. Now, I typically do not complete all 9 cards because I usually don't want all duplicates. And obviously I make them to display at my in-person event. But I'm not giving this one up. I'm going to be making all 3 of these cards. How beautiful is that? You're in my thoughts. They're very elegant, simple, sympathy cards. And the kit comes with this beautiful stamp set. It says, sending love, you're in my thoughts, wishing you comfort, and this beautiful leaf sprig stamp. You get a Stampin' Spot with it, Night of Navy. Look how pretty these gems are. We don't even sell these. I hope they sell them. Blue's my favorite color, so if you guys didn't know that, I would be buying a ton of these gems. And then they come with a beautiful decorative envelope as well. So it's a great kit. It's only $23 to make the 9 cards. It keeps the design process out of the way. You have something quick, simple to put together. And obviously none of us, I don't anyway, enjoy creating sympathy cards. My other challenge is never knowing what to put in the sympathy card. Finding the right words has always been difficult for me, and this stamp set is perfect for it. It's got some really great inside sentiment pieces that you can put right in there. I actually had sent a suggestion to Stampin' Up! When I first started, asking them if they could create a stamp set. I have no clue, and I highly doubt it has anything to do with my suggestion. But I was really happy to see this come out this catalog season. So it's a cling stamp set, and perfect for birthday occasions. And it has sympathy cards and thinking of you and get well. So perfect for the everyday card. So. All right, who is ready to craft? We are going to be doing my add-on class, and I think Jen posted it, I know she did, this morning, the ability to purchase the assembly guides. Oh, we don't want that. Not yet, anyway. But here is my double page layout using the Everyday Paper Collection and Stamp Set. So we're going to create this. I can't really zoom in when I'm doing a double page as close as I would like to, but this is what we're going to recreate today. And I have pre-cut everything. We're going to take advantage of some stickers. And I did want to mention that for those of you who bought the kit or plan on buying the product to go with recreating all of our projects, we've got 6 projects. Wait, I did 9 projects. And you won't have enough product in your kit to create every single one of these. Now, some of you guys did buy additional paper, but what I noticed as we were going through our add-on classes is the sticker items. Some of us have duplicated using those stickers, so you would have to buy another sticker pack to create all 9 projects. But don't forget to go to our YouTube channels as well to see our bonus projects. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and notification, and you guys will also get to receive additional points for that as well. So, in our projects, remember this stamp die was missing yesterday? I found it. It was sitting with my project to recreate today. So, obviously, I love using this Stylish Shapes dies. I love the dovetail, the squares, the circles. I use them all the time. It's a basic product to me. And it's going to be used again, I believe, in this project. We're going to be using the metallic ribbon and the Pretty Petal, or Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock foiled gems. I've used the Everyday You and Me stamp set on here. And in this project, I don't believe I've used this one. I think in my next project I have. So these are the products that we're going to be using this morning. We are going to recreate our first page. And I'm using a Willow White base cardstock. I have gone ahead and what I call distressed all the product that you have in there. And it is suggested, it is optional. I have used Pretty Peacock to edge all of these papers here, including my photo mats. Now, if you think that's too bold and you don't want to, feel free to use the Wild Wheat or maybe one of our brown tones to distress your photo mats. Okay, so first things first, we are going to take our sticker sheet. And what I've done is taking this strip from our sticker sheet and I cut it in half. I just love the angle, and we're going to create that as an accent piece on the left-hand side. So when I'm cutting this from our sticker sheet, I'm just going to go straight down, line this up, and cut that off completely without taking it off the sticker page. And then I'm going to cut this right in half. I think I got that evenly. And we're going to put that aside for our second page. All right, you think long nails would help, right? Here we go. And for me, when I'm trying to line up and I don't have my measured mat here, I'm going to bring it right down to the side on the bottom here and line that up so it's as close to me as possible. And line that right up along that edge. Then I'm taking, I love this variegated paper that comes in this kit. And I'm just going to line this up, and we're going to line this up just about 1/4 of an inch apart from our sticker strip there. We're going to line this up straight. And then I'm going to, and I wonder if I did already. Hold on. I think I might have. Yep. I already cut our metallic ribbon here. And I always cut it just a little bit longer so I can do the trimming and hopefully not to have that frayed look right there. So I'm going to add this adhesive. I'm going to grab my thinner adhesive. And we're going to go right down the center here. Line this up And we're going to overlap, not the sticker strip, but we're going to overlap the patterned paper. And of course I want it to come all the way to the bottom. Perfect. And we can just trim this off. And we are going to take our accent piece. So in the cutting guide, I do want you to be aware as you're cutting this, you definitely want to make sure that it's directional and that you're cutting it the right width and the right length. So here we're just going to line this up. We're going to keep about 1/4 of an inch on the top and on the bottom. This is a really fun, simple, I want to bring it over just a little. We're going to keep this about 1 1/4 inches from the left-hand side. All right. So before I start adding my photo mats, well, actually, I think I will add my photo mats. And I'm eyeing this, but I believe your assembly guides actually do have the specific measurements on where we should be placing these. And then we are going to take this photo mat, but we're not going to put adhesive on this side because I'm going to be tucking under we're going to be tucking a sticker underneath. And I'm going to be bringing that right about there. And we're going to line this up right next to it. Now, I do not have the place photos here. This is where you would place your photos. We're not going to add those on here today. Okay, so now we can start doing some accessorizing with our stickers and with my die cuts. So in here, I have pre-cut everything for both of our pages. And we're going to take one of our beautiful flower buds, and this is stamped in our wild wheat, which is, if it's not gone already, which I'll be surprised if it is, but it is on the retired list. And that color, just as Jen mentioned yesterday, just goes absolutely perfect with this. So I'm going to be lining this up right here. And then we're going to be adding some little accent pieces we're going to be stamping on. Now, as you can tell, I am not a dimensional hog. As long as it's going to be popped up and it's popped up center, because I want to be able to tuck items underneath. And we're going to take one of these little flower buds that we stamped and die cut. And you guys should have all received actually more than enough paper to die cut your extra pieces in your kit. And we're going to add some of our stickers here. And what I use, you can use a embossing buddy. I use a small travel size of baby powder, and we're going to take these stickers off here. because I do not want the sticker aspect of it to interfere with my photo. I want to be able to tuck my photo in when I'm ready to go underneath. So I am just going to take this off to the side and shake my powder into my garbage pail. You can't see me, but that's what I'm doing. But the embossing buddy works perfectly as well, right? And then I'm just going to add a little bit of my adhesive right to the end. And we're going to tuck that right underneath here. And I'm going to do the same with our Together We Have It All. So I'm going to take the stickiness off. Add some adhesive to the end. I'm going to put that right underneath there. So when I'm ready to put my photos in, it'll slide very nicely underneath there. We're going to take a little sticker right here. And I think I'm going to pop that up. So one of the things I do when I am using my dimensionals is instead of putting it on here, when I want it in a specific place, I add the dimensional on my page and then place my sticker. Perfect. We got a little bit more to do under here for our stickers. Right? How pretty is that sticker? I just love the little splash of it. We're going to slide that. Remember, we don't have any adhesive on this side. So we're going to slide that. Unless I put the adhesive on the wrong side. When I stuck it down. Yep, that's what I did. Silly me. And you guys all watch me do it. Did anybody say anything? No. All's good. We're going to line that up right underneath there. Perfect. And we are going to add another little flower sticker. And, oh, before I do that, but we're going to put our dimensional on here. I have added this little strip right here as part of our sticker sheet. It's one of these right here. And we're going to slide that again right underneath there just to add a little bit more dimension to it. And we call this, I call it, many people do, we call it clustering. And we're going to add that right there. If I take the stickiness off, we're going to add it right there. Perfect. All right, so before we put our gems in, I'm going to do a little bit of extra stamping. We're going to use our Pretty Peacock. And in our stamp bundle, we have these cute little dots. I don't know where, oh, here it is. It's stuck. And I'm just going to randomly add some additional dots right. Where'd it go? It just fell off. There it is. Obviously, I've been using this stamp quite a bit. And I don't want it to be so stark. So we're going to do second generation. Stamp off. I'm going to stamp on. Stamp off and stamp on. Perfect. So I'm going to clean that stamp off. And I liked what Lisa did with her chamois. And I am going to copy it. But I keep mine in a little Ziploc bag. And keep that cleaned. And again, these wash really easily. These are my close to my heart ones. And the only thing is I suggest, because they wash really great, just don't throw it in the dryer. Okay. And I think we have page 1. 1 and done. Right? So now we're going to go to page layout 2, our right side of the page. Here is what we're going to be creating today on the second side. Again, once you create your first page, if you, it's so easy almost to just mirror the page. Again, I did all my distressing prior to going live, and I'm going to take my ribbon here. We're going to line that up about 1/4 of an inch from the side. And in this scenario, I'm going to add my adhesive and try not to get it on my mat. We're going to add the adhesive right to my ribbon. You can use glue dots. On this particular one, I would avoid using the liquid glue, only because it's very sheer, this ribbon, and it will definitely seep through. Get that to line up straight. Do some trimming. And we're going to add our sticker strip that I had cut in half. Come on. All right, let's see if my magic tweezers will help me. Oh, when one end fails, you go to the other end. There we go. Patience, my dear, patience. Again, we're going to line this up right along the edge here of our ribbon. Perfect. And we're going to take, now this is a little bit shorter. I think the first one was 3.5, and I believe this is 3. There we go. And then we're going to just, before we do some of our additional accent pieces and stickers, we're going to line this up. And again, I'm about 3/4 of an inch, maybe half on there. 1/2 inch and about 3/4 of an inch, maybe 1 inch from the side. And I'm going to add our photo mats. This is coming down 1/8 of an inch, between 1/8 and 1/4. We're going to line that up right on this line here. Now this piece here is more decorative. However, it's a great place to put a 3x3 photo if you wanted to add that on. Another great area to actually add some white cardstock, and you could put some additional journaling there. These are 2x2 photos. And we're going to just come about 1/4 of an inch over. Is anybody else like me? Do you guys just kind of eye it and wing it? I so do that. And we're going to add some stickers. We're going to take our enjoying the moment. And I'm going to evenly space that. And now we're going to add, I mean, the sticker sheet is just phenomenal. So here's an opportunity to do some journaling. A great opportunity to, we're going to put some dimensionals on here. Document what you were loving about the situation, or putting the date, where you were. It's so important documenting it, because honestly, I did not do a great journaling when I first started scrapbooking. And there are some things that, like, I don't even remember where we were. Because I didn't document it. Right. Great pages, but be nice to know where we were. Right, so we're going to add this right to here. I'm going to go over just a little bit more. Right, and creating some more clusters here. Perfect. And let's pop this guy up. Oh, we got to do up here. Again, these stickers are literally right here. It made dovetailing extremely, extremely easy. And what I did was, I just thought it was coming, some of them were coming down way too even. So I wanted to stagger them. And I cut a strip of our paper. Actually, I took a little piece of this, right? And I took our striped image here. And I'm going to line this up very carefully right along the edge here. Just so it's showing out a little. Just wanted that extra little accent piece. Yep. In my opinion, it's all in the details. I'm just going to trim this little corner right here so that it's even. And then we're going to line this up. And see how it's just too long? I didn't want it that long. So we're going to trim it off the edge on the top. Add that little extra piece there. Then I went ahead, guys, and already embossed this, but I took the words "better together" that came in the stamp set. White looks perfect on here. So I did a Versamark and then added my white embossing powder and then heat embossed it and added the title on here. And I don't think I did, only because we're going to do some dimensionals up here. I did not raise this. I didn't add any dimensionals here. We're just going to line that up in the center here and add some dimensionals on our rosebuds. As you can see, I did not like my stamping impression, so when all else fails, you just turn it over. Why waste the paper? We're going to go right up here. We're going to do some tucking. And we got our smaller piece right here. Little rosebud. Okay, one more little sticker right here. I'll be picking up all those little pieces. We're going to do, again, that little stamping with the dots. And I didn't add them down here, but I think I'm gonna. Now, obviously, you do not have to do second generation. You can make the dots a little bit bolder. I just thought since those were muted, I should create the other ones to be muted as well. All right, I think we just have to put our gems on now on both pages. Who else is like me? I can never go a day without getting any ink on my fingers. All right, so we just need to add some really pretty metallic gems here. These, again, are Last Chance. And they, last I remember, they were very low in inventory. So we're going to just add a little bling. Who doesn't like bling? Add some more up here. And my placement is always pretty random. If you want, you can add more here. And we're going to grab our other page. Add our embellishments. If you have a process, this is my process. I get the pages built and then I add the embellishments. And let's see here. There we go. A fun, quick, beautiful page layout. I mean, it could go great for a Mother's Day spread page layout. It can go towards a summer day fun, anything, graduation, a special day. So, wedding, perfect. And there you have it, guys. Now we're going to do our other one, and this card is a little bit more challenging. It's fun, but we're going to create it, and it's the dimensions that are going to really, really, really be important on cutting. We're going to do some embossing. You're going to need a pencil. And this is the card that we are going to recreate. It's called a fan card. This card is a 5x7 card. I do want to make you aware of that. You can literally go on YouTube and get the dimensions to create this into a A2 size card. Now, this is what we're going to create today. We're going to take our base page here, and we're going to score it at, I don't know why I'm taking these sheets off of here. I need them. And we're going to score this at 5 inches. Now, everybody laughs at me that I hold my, and work with my cutter backwards. I think you all do. But I don't know why. This has always been how I've done it. But I hear a lot of comments on that. So we have this, and we're scoring this right at here. And then we're going to measure a 2-inch mark. I take my ruler, and we're going to measure this at 2 inches over. So I'm measuring this at the 3-inch mark, or I can go with my ruler this way and measure this at the 2-inch mark right there. We're going to mark that right there. And we're going to bring our trimmer right to this angle point, this corner right here. Line that up there. You guys can barely see it. I can barely see it, but that's my mark right there. So we're going to take this, line this up in our cutting groove, and make sure we line that up to the corner. We're going to bring this right down to the end. And you are going to hold on to this piece. We're going to just set this aside. We're going to be reusing that. And then we are going to mark our brushed silver piece. I'm like, where's my brushed silver piece? All right, we have that. We have that. We have that. Oh, right here. Thought it was white, right? So here we are going to mark this. We're going to measure this up. And we are going to mark this at the 2 3/4 inch mark. So from this side, I'm going to go 2 3/4. And we're going to trim that at an angle as well. I just need to check one thing here. Yep, I want to cut this from here to this corner right here. We're going to line that up again. This is such a beautiful, elegant card. And you are going to take this piece here and we're going to set it aside. And we now can start adhering some of this to our card base. What did I do wrong? Oh, geez, Louise. I did mess that up. I think I was supposed to go 2 3/4 over this way. Anyways, we're going to go with this, and you guys are going to end up seeing exactly what I did wrong. And I have my cheat sheets right in front of me, and I just read it wrong. Because I think I read... So now this is going to go, and I'm going to measure this. So we're going to mark this so that it looks halfway decent at the 1 3/4 mark, and we're going to trim that down that way. So we're going to have a little bit more of a side band than I really wanted to. That's our blooper for today. So then, see how I somewhat corrected that? I'm wondering if I should just trim that down. It'll be a wider angle. Maybe I'll do that. Easy to correct my mistake. I'm going to add that right there. Again, I'm not measuring, I'm winging it, guys. Let's see if I can accurately line this up. Not too shabby. I actually just impressed myself. All right, so now we can do the inside. And I used gray granite. Honestly, I could have used the silver. But when creating this card, I really thought I was going to run out of the color. Or the cardstock. So I just used the gray granite cardstock. Now that's going to just line up perfectly like that. And now we're going to cut and trim this piece right here. And again, that's our inside white piece. And I am going to mark it at the 2.5 inch mark. Alexa, turn off, please. We have something going off right now. And if maybe somebody won something, maybe we have a, not that I want you guys to leave me, but we might have a game going on. All right. can get this stamped up. And we're going to take the Scent with Love, and that is from our Fancy Borders stamp set. I have these little, they get everywhere. And we're going to stamp this right straight here. And we're going to add some accent pieces that your directions share. And we just took some of the scraps that I had left over in my designer series paper. And I'm going to line this up right about there. And then take these other two pieces. Just to add some pretty accent in there. Lining them up about 1/8 of an inch apart from each other. And going to do some trimming. All right, now we are ready to add our inside accent piece. All right, and now we are ready to create the inside of our fan. So we have a couple pieces here already that we're going to be using and repurposing. And I'm just looking at my directions here. So we're going to take I lost my spot on my directions here. So I believe, I'm hoping, where did I go here? All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to cut this from the left side corner all the way to the bottom. Line that up straight so the points are there. Then we're going to take our silver brush cardstock. And we're going to do the same here. So for me, guys, what happens with me is I create and design so far in advance, sometimes it's a disadvantage. But it's coming together. And then we are going to take our third piece, coordinating, and we're going to do the same. Now I have to decide which one do I want up front. I'm going to go with this one. And we're going to take it same angle. Okay. So because I made the angle, the error here, this white really shouldn't be showing, but it is, and I already adhered it down. So now we're gonna start layering our fan, actually. Almost done. And honestly, you can bring it right down to the corner or leave it at with that nice little border there, which is what I'm doing. Right? Now this is going to go, and we're going to line this up right to this corner here. Bring it right to that corner. But we're only going to be putting adhesive on the bottom edge of here. We're going to create that to go just like that. We are going to now, all these extra pieces that we had are going to nicely line up here. Maybe, maybe not. Because I messed up on our card base, that's not going to work out perfectly, but we're going to just flip this up a little bit and just do a little bit of trimming. Always can make something work, in my opinion. And I'm pretty good at just winging it. So instead of having the solid green on top, we're going to have the patterned paper as the next layer. And then here, oops, we can add this. And again, if we just slightly trim it, it's not going to be perfect, granted, but it will be a little bit better. We call this improvise. And this would go, and it's going to go right directly here and in the center of here. You're going to bring this all the way down to the corner again. And again, we're not going to put any adhesive on the top part here. It's all going to be from about here down. Don't you like that, the measurement? About here. Okay. You're always going to have some extra pieces left over. You can put them aside for your next card. And then we are going to do some embossing. And maybe I didn't, but I thought I'd cut all my flowers. So I'm going to use my embossing buddy here. And we're going to line this up. I cut an extra piece. I don't know. I hope I just didn't jinx myself. And we're going to take our Sentiment Joy from our Everyday You and Me. So for me, I always take my stamp set when I'm not using it and I need to clean it. I leave it right on the top on the outside. That's so I don't ever lose it. And we're gonna Versamark this up. So the embossing buddy is a way to keep you from getting extra static when you go to apply your powder. Not really worried why I'm worried about getting that straight. It's a circle. It's going to be straight wherever I put it. Oops, sorry guys. I think I just hit the camera. And we're going to take this, my little spoon. Perfect. Bring that aside. Grab our little heat gun. And I have to tell you, I have owned a ton of heat guns. And my Stampin' Up! Heat gun is one of the best. So, you can go right underneath. But you got to make sure that you're keeping it in a swirling motion. You don't want to keep it in one spot too long. It will burn. And as you guys can see, the magic is happening. But I need to grab my tweezers because I'm burning my fingers. Yep, I think I got it good. So we're just going to bring this. We're going to add that right here. We're going to add that with some dimensionals. Sorry guys, I know I'm going a little bit long. I am going to be uploading this, and we all will be uploading these to our YouTube channels for you to follow along and recreate later. And next thing is I just need to do some stamping and a quick die cut and add some embellishments, and we are done. So I am taking my medium flower. And I apologize. I normally have all this stuff cut. And we're going to take our little leaf. I think I want my solid one. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. I do not know if anybody has a trick, my Stampin' Up! Friends there, on why my stamps are falling off of the block. Please let me know. Okay, and it could be because I have been embossing with all of these as well. Close that up. Let's take our little guys, walk off camera 2 seconds. My leaf does not want to line up. There we go. All right, so tell me, guys, do you stamp first and then die cut? Or do you die cut and then stamp? I used to die cut and then stamp. Now I've gotten into the habit of doing it the other way. And I think it's typically better, especially because some of the, what should I say, details of the stamps that Stampin' Up! Provides are smaller. I'm getting older. I'm getting blinder. All right, and just add a few embellishments, especially since this is kind of blah. I'm going all out, guys. All right, so here, that was your entertainment for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Trying to recreate these as part of the craft along is the challenge. So you have your option of creating one or both. I would suggest that you create it more like this than this. Or you can do a double page layout. And I'm gonna and you can post it right under the craft along. Has to be similar to this. Obviously use your own stash if you did not purchase the bundle. And I so appreciate you joining me and hanging in there with me today. I'm totally impressed that I have 13 people still watching me. All right, guys. I'm going to let you, we are going to be going live pretty soon for bingo. And right after bingo, so we're going to be on Zoom. And then right after bingo, we have our farewell call. But the day's not over, guys. You have all day to craft your heart out. And remember, it is your day. It's Mother's Day. So you can do whatever you want today. Thank you guys so much again for your patience and joining me. And we'll see you for bingo in just a little bit. Ciao.